other thing that plays a huge factor in not only love material but all material across the board in sync is how cohesive the message that the music is sending with the message that the lyrics are sending. And that's something that can come down to the type of chords you're using in your song, the type of builds and rises and lifts or lack thereof, as well as the type of instrumentation that you're using. So, if you're wanting to write something that has a very intimate feeling to it, you might want to go for a more minimalistic type production. But then at the same time, you got to make sure that your lyrics, if you're going for an intimate sort of thing, that your lyrics are intimate. And again, that's kind of counterintuitive to keeping them from being specific. But still, if you can hone in on that specificity in the emotion and not the story of your song, then you can write a multitude of emotions that are applicable across the spectrum. And inversely, if you want to write something that is a love song that's more exciting, you might want a greater number of layers in your production to have, things coming at you from all sides sonically, so to speak. Yeah.
Yeah, no, it just, Norah Jones, Coldplay, the accompaniment between their vocals and then the piano, that warmth of the piano. And then, like you said, if you bring in, say, violins or strings arrangements on top of the piano, creating that additional layer of warmth. Are there certain chords, Chase, that, evoke more a certain feeling of melancholy? I'm sure there are, right? How does that work?
Absolutely. And like Cordal Harmony is like a whole, it gets very deep as far as that goes. If anyone is like really interested in like learning a whole lot more about Cordal Harmony, listen to Jacob Collier, because he's like literally has taken that as far as it's ever gone in the musical space, in my opinion. But certainly there are, if you're using predominantly major chords, it's going to sound happier and more grounded, more like, if you're using big open country chords, A, G, D, C, you know what I'm saying? It's going to feel very grounded and at home, let's say. Inversely, there are, if you're using mostly minor chords, if you're using mostly sevenths and diminished type chords in your transitions in the song, then it's going to have much more of that mysterious kind of dissonance kind of feel. But like I said, it goes super deep. There's a lot of theory involved with it, so it's not necessarily something I can give a full explanation to right this second. But that the answer is yes. And there's actually in Nashville, where I went to college, there's a whole system based around this idea, which is called the Nashville numbers system. And essentially, it's numbering each of the chords that relate to a specific key as to how they function in the chord progression of a song, tonally.